Oh God, my face is so itchy, what the hell? Hey guys, what's up? I need to change my guitar strings. Haven't changed them in a little while. They're not too bad, but they do feel and sound a little bit dull. So I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to do a little experiment. This is something that we all know about, but like never talk about. More specifically, old strings compared to new strings and how they sound different. I will be using D'Addario XS strings in gauge 10 to 46. This is what I always use. This is what is currently on my guitar, and then this is what is going to go on my guitar after it's been restrung. So this is a test with a lot of consistency. Consistency? Continuity? It's accurate. Let's just say that. D'Addario have also really kindly sponsored this video, so huge thanks to them for making it possible. So fitting the theme of this room, I will be restringing my SE Custom 24. Look at that. That is matching. I love it. And I guess we should start off with a sound test. Okay, so these strings have been on my guitar for like 2 months, which isn't actually too long, but it's long enough, you know. They feel kind of dead, not too bad, but like they don't sound as bright as they once did. They aren't as responsive, if you like. I will say, and this is not because they're sponsoring this video, but the D'Addario strings stay feeling good for like a really, really long time. I haven't always been endorsed by D'Addario, but I have been playing these strings since I was 12 years old, and over the course of how many years is that? Wow, that makes me feel old. Like 13 years, I've broken maybe 2 strings ever. The main thing for me though is they don't really get janky. Like you get other strings that go rusty and then they start to like get those like blotches on them, and I've never had this with these strings in my life. I don't sweat loads, but I do play like all the time and I don't change them that much. So yeah, I never find them getting janky. The main reason that I know it's time to change my strings is not because they get janky, but because my fingers like start to hurt more than they should. I had this with my Custom 24 the other day, and then I changed my strings and my fingers stopped hurting. So super random, but that's how I know it's time to change my strings. So this is what the strings sound like unplugged, and then I'm going to give you some examples of what they sound like through a plugin as well. And now through a plugin. So you can hear it, right? It doesn't sound bad and they aren't rusty. When I like ran my finger under them, I did get like a little bit of grime, but they're not tragic. But you can just hear they're not very bright anymore, and you will hear the difference once I restring it with the fresh strings. It's gonna be so much brighter. All right, let's do the thing. So if you would have watched one of my most recent videos, you would know about this here, the bee's knees when it comes to restringing stuff. This is the D'Addario cleaning kit, and I use it all the time. It's got a lot of cool tools in there. I've got this little neck support and a little mat because currently my guitar is just sat on the hardwood floor, so it's not good. It's not good for it. String winder, another essential, cleaning cloth, and then all of my cleaning products as well, because we may as well give my guitar some TLC whilst I'm here. All right, I'm gonna get this done. Okay, I'm done cleaning and I'm about to restring. So these strings are coated, which means they not only last forever, but they're also very shreddy, which I like. I found like with other coated strings that I've tried in the past, they feel kind of like synthetic and artificial, but even though these are coated, they don't feel like that. They still feel really natural. You feel really fast when you're playing, but then when you come away, you don't really have like a residue or anything like gross on your hands, which is great. So let's put them on. It smells like biscuits. Maybe it's just me. Pro tip, when you have restrung your guitar, be sure to give them a little tug and then tune them back up, tug again, tune it back up. This just helps to create a lot more tuning stability and then saves you all of the hassle later. So if you didn't already know that, there you go. But just do this on each string a couple times, tune up, then repeat the process like 2 or 3 times. Well, repeat the process until they hold their pitch. Okay, so let's compare. First of all, unplugged. Let's see how different they sound. This is going to be very interesting. I feel like it's brighter already. Let's try it with a distorted tone as well. What do you think? I definitely noticed the difference. It will be interesting when I throw this into my editing software and then put the two side by side to hear exactly how they compare. But to me, like, it definitely feels a lot brighter and a lot more responsive. It's more fun and like sparkly on the ears, for lack of a better word. I very briefly tapped into like the feeling of these particular strings earlier. But when they're fresh, the coating is obviously fresh too, so they feel a lot nicer to play. If they felt bad to play after a while, then you wouldn't catch me leaving my strings as long as I do usually, but I definitely notice it when I put a fresh set of strings on. They feel so much nicer to play. They're a lot like shreddier, a lot faster. Normally when I've had my strings on for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, I have to start using this stuff, the D'Addario Accelerate. You guys know, if you watched my last video, this is my holy grail. I adore it and I use it all the time, and that's also probably why my strings last as long as they do. This stuff is just string lubricant. It makes you play faster and makes your strings last longer, and I do use it all the time, so that could also be why my strings last forever. When I first started playing D'Addario strings, I was just using the regular XL strings, and if that's still you, I highly encourage you to go and explore some of the other ranges of them. I've been playing these particular ones for like a couple years now, and they are just so good. They are the best. So what's the verdict? What do you guys think? I can definitely hear the difference, but let me know what you thought in the comments. I tried so hard to show you the difference between the old strings and the new strings. On the old strings, once I took them off, I could also see there was like little indentations on the string as well, and you don't get that with the new ones, but my camera wouldn't like focus on it properly. It's also another really good point and a reason to change your strings is if your strings are dented, they're not going to be doing what they need to do, so change them. So what did you guys think? Could you hear the difference? Because I definitely could, and I could definitely feel it as well. If you guys want to try out the strings that I use all the time and swear by, these are on all of my guitars, then head to the link in my description. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop me a comment down below. Another huge thank you to D'Addario for making this video possible, and I will see you next time. Bye!